The atmospheric processors hummed their eternal song across New Kyoto's industrial sector as Corey stepped out of the transit station. His daughter Lisa clutched his hand, her 7-year-old fingers sticky from the synth candy he'd bought her at the terminal. The twin moons hung low in the violet sky, casting long shadows across the prefab housing blocks. "Dad, look." Lisa pointed toward the alley between the fusion generator plant and the water reclamation facility. Corey followed her gaze. At first he thought it was debris, maybe damaged cargo from the morning's supply drop. Then it moved. A child lay crumpled against the concrete, but she wasn't entirely human. Iridescent scales caught the streetlight, shimmering across her arms and neck. 2 small horns protruded from her forehead, and her breathing came in labored gasps. Draconian, one of the gene-modified refugees from the Kepler colonies. "Stay here," Corey instructed Lisa, but she'd already pulled free. Running toward the injured girl, the Draconian child's eyes snapped open, vertical pupils dilating in fear. She couldn't have been more than 10. Her clothes were torn, and a nasty burn marked her shoulder, likely from an industrial accident or worse. "It's okay," Corey said softly, kneeling beside her. "I'm a medic. Ex-colonial Marines. Can you tell me your name?" The girl's forked tongue flicked nervously. "Zitsura." Corey pulled his emergency medkit from his jacket, old habit from his service days. The burn was severe but treatable. As he worked, applying dermal regenerators and pain suppressors, Lisa crouched nearby, offering the girl her remaining candy. "Where are your parents?" Corey asked gently. Zara's eyes welled with tears, an odd sight given their reptilian structure. "Mom's working double shift at the terraforming plant. She doesn't know I snuck out." Corey recognized the story immediately. Single parent, working impossible hours just to survive on this colony world. He'd been there himself after Lisa's mother died in the mining accident 3 years ago. "We need to contact her," Corey said, finishing the bandage. "Do you have a CUM number?" Zara nodded, reciting a string of digits. Corey pulled out his datapad and initiated the call. It rang twice before a woman's face appeared on the screen, exhausted, beautiful despite the grime from 14 hours in the terraforming trenches. Her scales were a deeper emerald than her daughter's, and her eyes ... Corey's breath caught those eyes. He knew those eyes. "Zara, where are you?" The woman's voice cracked with panic and relief. "I told you to stay with Mrs. Chen. She's safe," Corey managed. "There was an accident, but she's okay. I've treated her burns." "Where at, Corey?" The woman's voice dropped to a whisper. "Corey Mitchell." The world tilted. 15 years elapsed into nothing. "Sarah." Lisa looked up at him, confused. Zara glanced between the screen and Corey, her young face scrunching with thought. "I'll be there in 10 minutes, Zara said, voice tight with emotion. "Stay where you are." The call ended, leaving Corey staring at the blank screen. Lisa tugged his sleeve. "Who was that?" Before he could answer, Zara gasped, pulling a battered phone from her pocket, miraculously undamaged despite the fall. The case was decorated with faded stickers and a photograph, a young man in colonial marine dress uniform, smiling at the camera with the kind of optimism only the very young possessed. Corey felt his chest constrict. He knew that photograph. Sarah had taken it the day before his deployment to the frontier wars. "Why is your picture on my mom's phone case?" Zara asked, tilting her head with genuine curiosity. Lisa leaned over to look. "That is my dad." The pieces fell into place with brutal clarity. 15 years ago, before the genetic modifications were offered to volunteers, before the Draconian program transformed desperate colonists into something more adaptable to harsh worlds, before Sarah had left Earth for the Kepler colonies while Corey shipped out to fight insurgents in the Outer Rim, they'd promised to find each other after. Life had other plans. A transport pod screeched to a halt at the alley entrance. Sarah emerged, still in her work coveralls, scales catching the lamplight like scattered jewels. She rushed to Zara first, examining her with the fierce protectiveness only a mother could manage. Then turned to Corey. They stood 3 feet apart, an impossible gulf of years and light years between them. "The modifications," Sarah said quietly. "I took the Draconian option 5 years ago. Better work opportunities, better chance to survive here. I tried to find you, sent messages to your last known address. I was off-grid," Corey replied. "After Lisa's mum died, I just ... I needed to disappear for a while. Ended up here 6 months ago." Sarah's eyes moved to Lisa, then back to Corey. "You married?" "I did. Sarah was good. Died in the deep mine collapse on Titan Station." He paused. "You, Zara's father, didn't stay. Most human men couldn't handle the modifications." Her voice carried no bitterness, just fact. Zara tugged her mother's sleeve. "Mum, you never told me about him." Sierra's scaled hand trembled as she reached out, stopping just short of touching Corey's face. Some things are too painful to explain to a child. Lisa, with the stunning emotional intelligence of the very young, grabbed Zara's hand. Want to see my collection of moon rocks? Dad helped me label all of them. The two girls wandered a few feet away, Lisa chattering about geological formations while Zara listened with shy interest. Corey and Sierra watched their daughters, two single parents on a colony world billions of miles from Earth, carrying scars and responsibilities that would have crushed their younger selves. Coffee, Corey offered finally. There's a decent synth cafe near my apartment. We could ... talk. Really talk. Sarah looked at Zara, then at Lisa, then back at Corey. A smile tentative hopeful crossed her modified features. I'd like that, she said. I'd like that very much. In the distance, the atmospheric processors hummed, transforming an alien world into something resembling home. Sometimes, Corey thought, fate worked in strange ways, and sometimes, 15 years and a galaxy of distance couldn't keep the right people apart forever.